Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Soul Good. I'm Amber Marie, and this is your July 2022 Tarotscope. If you are curious about the decks that I'm using today, you can find a list of them in the description box below. You can also find links to my social media accounts, as well as links to information on personal readings and the Soul Good membership channel on Telegram. So, Cancer, I'm really excited to jump into your reading, but before I do that, I want to share with you that as I was shuffling the tarot before I came into your reading, I happened to pause and see in the split deck the Emperor and the Empress. Okay, so I cut the deck, and on one side was the Emperor and on the other was the Empress, which are divine counterparts, or the energy of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. That being said, I also saw a couple of other cards that were standing out to me as I was shuffling, and I feel like you may be going through something this month where you are learning how to balance both sides of yourself, the masculine energy, which is kind of like your logic and reason and responsibility, right? Your like responsibilities and discipline and those sorts of things, with the feminine energy, which is like unconditional love and feeling things, right? That emotional, or rather more emotional side, that creativity, that intuition. And I feel like you're in this space of like, how do I balance both sides of these things, like of myself? Because I feel like there are difficulties that you may be having marrying both of those sides. Like, how do I be logical but also emotional? Like, how do I do this? How do I step into this energy? So it feels like you may be experiencing different things throughout the month where that's being put to the test, essentially. Now, you can do your own research if you like on the more masculine and feminine energies to get a better idea of what that might look like. I'm just listing a couple of things off the top of my head, but feel free to look those up and see, oh, yeah, I've been dealing with that, right? If this does apply to you. I'm really excited to jump into your reading. We're going to be looking at what activations might be taking place for you this month, how those might be showing up, getting some clarity on that, and what your angels might have to say in regards to guidance or something that they can share with you for the month of July. So let's jump right in. Please, Father, Mother, Life, Universe, Spirits, Guides, Angels, our cosmic team, our ancestors, our higher selves, what would you like Cancer to know in regards to their activations for the month of July 2022, please? What activations might Cancer experience for the month of July? Okay, thank you. Wow. That's pretty powerful if you ask me. So you have two showing up here. And how might this first activation show up in Cancer's life this month, please? Okay, thank you. And how might the second activation show up for Cancer in their life this month? Oh, wow, thank you. You guys are like chatty energies. It's beautiful. And can we get some clarity on this, how this first activation might be showing up, please? Clarity on how this first okay. Okay, yeah, I'm being told to take these, so. And clarity on how this second activation might be showing up. Can you tell us more about that, please? All right, thank you. Just the one? Yes. Okay, and I want to share with you, Cancer, before we even get there, for me, this card landing in this horizontal type of way, for me, says that things can go kind of either way. So we're going to go ahead and leave it like that. And what guidance do Cancer's angels have to share with them for this month, please? Thank you. Are there more? Yes. What would Cancer's angels like them to know? Thank you. What would Cancer's angels like them to know for this month, please? What guidance? Oh, thank you. Okay. Yep. Okay, I'm just going to set these to the side. Let's jump in here and see what you have going on, Cancer. So first, Wow, you have the I am presence. Isn't this interesting? Light body activation, accessing the divine within. So here's what's interesting about this, Cancer, is first of all, like the I am is not like, if you, I don't know if you can tell, the lighting is really weird in here right now. Like it looks so dark in here, and I promise it's really not. Um, there, maybe if I open the, okay. So the interesting thing about this I am presence is like, if you look at this card, it looks pretty balanced on both sides. And so again, my attention is being drawn to this I am, period. Right? Like it doesn't have to be like I am logical, I am not emotional, or I am emotional, I am not logical. It's like I just am. Like I'm just here. I'm just experiencing life. I'm just trying to learn and grow. Right? That's it. So I do feel for some of you, you may be getting in touch with your divinity, right? And that could show up looking different in a lot of ways for a lot of different people. But I feel like for some of you, it's this connection. Like, I'm actually seeing it as like a power cord, but like a heavy duty power cord, not like a lamp in your house, but like one with the big round end and like the three prongs on it, right? It's being shown to me like that, and plugging that in, and essentially accessing that divinity within you by plugging into yourself, learning more about yourself. And it's like getting comfortable with your divinity, which is really interesting to me. I feel like, it does feel like for some of you, that you have experienced this imposter syndrome, right? Like, who am I to kind of energy. What do I know? Like, who am I to feel this way? Who am I to get this kind of intuitive information? Who am I to be a psychic? Who am I to be a healer? Who am I to, right? Like this energy of feeling like you're an imposter. And I feel like there's something here that you may be healing this month around that divinity within you, right? Like, oh, wait, I am actually a divine being. Oh, wait, I am actually a co-creator of my reality. Oh, wait, I actually am a healer. Oh, wait, I actually am a psychic, or I am intuitive. Like, oh, wait, right? Like, I am a divine being. This is, I don't know, this may not be for everyone, but it feels to me like there's this, okay, wow, like I have to wrap my head around a lot of things right now. Like that's what it feels like. So how this may be showing up, yeah, you guys. Oh, it says, healing is happening. You're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. Again, right? It's that energy of like, who am I to? Kind of stuff. And coming to terms essentially with the fact like you are worthy to experience these things. You have every right to experience what, like happiness, love, joy, your intuition, your own divinity, magic, right? Like whatever you want to put in that blank, whatever is going to make you happy, whatever is going to make you feel fulfilled and bring peace and joy and love and acceptance into your life. I feel like do it, right? Like you, like do that thing, go after that thing. Whatever's going to help you to step more into your divinity and all of the things that you are able or have the ability to experience, right? Like you are worthy of all of those things. I feel like I got a little lost somewhere in there. Like it was almost like I was like channeling, and then I like kind of got turned around in there somewhere and then found my way back. I don't know. But anyways, it's there again. I feel like there is this healing because there's that energy of like, you're not broken. Like you too deserve these things. Why would you not be a divine being? Why would you not be a co-creator? Why would you not be intuitive? Why would you not be gifted and blessed or psychic or whatever the thing is? Why would you not? You're not broken, right? Trust the process that you're experiencing because, yes, thank you. And I'm getting like that burpee fear energy. Release any fears you have around not being enough or not being worthy or not being valid or something like that. It's almost like, who would believe me if I said that? Like, I feel like, or who would support me if I venture down this path or something. Like, it feels like there's this energy of like, no one's going to follow me, no one's going to support me, no one's going to cheer me on, no one is going to accept me for this, right? So like, for example, I had nothing. Like 10 years ago, I would have never believed you if you told me I was going to be reading tarot cards. Never. I would have been like, you're so full of shit, right? Like, I would have been like, there's no way, right? And when I first started doing that, like, there was a part of me that was like, who am I to be doing this? Like, I don't know what I'm doing, right? Like, I just got this like whim to buy oracle cards, and then I was like, I'm gonna read them. And oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna create a membership group. Like, it happened so fast, you guys. And I was this way, like, what am I doing? Right? I feel like this is something that you're healing, right? Activating this, like, I am presence within you, getting in touch with your own divinity. Let's see what the tarot has to say. 10 of Wands in the reverse. So reaching a level of completion or a point of completion. But here's the part. I feel like you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how much longer I can do this. Right? That's what it feels like. And here's the thing. You have that answer, like, trust the process. Right? Trust the process. Because here's the thing, like, in this card, if you look how far she's come. I know we're looking at it in the reverse for you, but look how far she's come. It still applies. Okay? Look how far she's come. She's come such a long way. Like, don't, I know it's been a rough road. I know that it has caused you to be stressed and feel like you're just running in circles and like, what the hell am I supposed to be learning here? And what the hell am I supposed to be doing? Like, right? Like, that's what it feels like, is right? But it's that energy of like, you're almost there though, right? Like, don't give up now. Don't give up now, right? I know you're burnt out and things, but don't give up now. And here's the thing, like, I think you might be surprised at who would support you or who would believe you. Here's another 10 showing up for you, 10 of Pentacles. This is an energy of like the culmination of things, essentially. And I feel like, again, you're reaching this level of completion, but I feel like I also feel like there's something here about your physical world. I feel like there's something where you may feel like you need to change something in your physical world. I don't know why I'm getting that. It's really interesting to me. And there's like a family in this card, right? They have the dog and the kids and the whole 9 yards. And I feel like there's healing going on here around family and being close to people. And I don't want to say family like just as blood either. Okay. Though I feel like it applies. I feel like this is also like your soul family. People that you've found some sort of camaraderie with. You may feel like they kind of get you or something. But it feels like there's something here that's healing around that family. I do feel like there's part of you that runs. I'm just going to be real. Like, it does feel to me like there's something healing here around, it's okay to be around people. It's okay to get attached to people. It's okay to experience other people. Does that mean you should stay places that you don't feel like you belong? No, I don't think so. But, I feel like, is it that you don't belong, or is it that you're pushing people away? Like, what is it really? Okay, like, I'm not saying it's one way or the other. It's your story. But I feel like there are some of you who feel like you don't belong in a certain space, or feel like you need to leave a certain space because there are people there that you could get close to. And I feel like there's might be something a little uncomfortable about that for you, some of you. Okay. For others of you, I feel like all of the shit, I'm just gonna call it like I see it, like all of the shit that's been happening, I feel like is all for your benefit. It's all like gonna reach this like turning point or this pressure point where things just start to change, because I do feel like you're reaching this level of, or this stage of completion of something that you've been healing and that's kind of been running you through the ringer a little bit recently. It could be a culmination of things, right? With that 10, but I feel like it's all of this stuff is coming to a head. Like I do feel like you're completing a cycle right now, and I do feel like it has something to do with you, with your how you feel about you and the stuff that you're healing and the stuff that you're dealing with and the stuff that you're trying to move on from, right? Yeah. What was I saying? Right? Like the Eight of Swords, first of all, it's self-imprisonment. Okay? Self-imprisonment or self-victimization. And I feel like this is something that, like, again, it's the stories that you tell yourself, right? That energy of who am I to? Like, I'm not good enough. I don't know enough. I don't have enough, right? Also, the stories for some of you that you've been telling yourself about getting close to people, about your relationships with others, this energy of like, try maybe running from relationships or from what, soul family, like people that you are getting closer to or experiencing or want to get closer to or something, right? Like running from that. I don't know what this means, but I do feel like there are things that you're healing this month where it's like, trust the process. The stories that you tell yourself are just that. They're just fucking stories, and they, unfortunately, begin in your mind but manifest into your physical world. In other words, so for example, you may have had this thing like, who am I to, right? What if I'm not enough? What if this? What if it doesn't happen? Blah, 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 blah. I feel like you are growing through this. This is coming to some sort of completion, or you're going to have some sort of realization about trusting the process. Oh, it's okay to like want things. Oh, it's okay to want to experience different things. It's okay to feel like I can do A, B, C, D. Like it's okay to just go off a whim, like, hey, I think I'm going to read tarot now, right? Like whatever it is for you. I'm not saying that's your story, but like whatever it is for you, it's okay to do those things. It's okay to release yourself from this prison. It's okay to trust the process. It's safe for you to soften, because the things that you've been telling yourself aren't necessarily true, but they have been holding you back, or you've sabotaged yourself or something along those lines. Okay. I feel like this is work. I feel like July is like a month where you are working on you and things that you want to experience and things that you want to heal from, right? Let's see what else. What other activations do you have here? So you have angelic frequency. Angels are here. You are safe. Look at this. You have, it's safe to soften here with this, the healing is happening card. And now you have that message repeated. So for me, that's divine creator saying, hey, I said what I said. You're safe. You're safe, right? It's safe for you to soften. So angels are here, you are safe, and potent connection. So I do feel like there is something there for some of you with this relationship thing, or your peeps, right? Like your tribe, whatever it is you call them. There's something here about, I feel, wanting to like take off running, and it's like your angels are like, no, but you're safe here. This is a soul connection of some kind. It may be teaching you something. Are you sure you should be running from it? Right? Stuff like that. Let's see. How might this be showing up? Wow. You have the grandmothers. Remember your roots, perspective, and trust the weavings. Again, with trust, right? If people are coming into your life, Cancer, it's for a reason. if you're experiencing certain things this month, it's for a reason. Trust the path that is being laid before you, because it's not an accident. Number one, your angels are here, they're helping you. And number two, your ancestors are here helping you. And again, like I was saying before, I feel like there's something here that you could have potentially or could be thinking about or do run from, right? Or want to run from certain connections. And there's this energy of like, no, you need to look at this from a different perspective and trust the path being laid, trust what is being laid before you, trust the weavings that are taking place, right? Because there are connections here that I feel are important. Use your intuition, use your discernment to decide what is best for you. But I do feel like there are some energies here that are potent connections that are for you to experience something or learn something or grow something, expand something along your soul path and journey. I also feel here like whether or not you're safe is all about your perspective. And if you are in this energy of I'm an imposter, like I how do I know, like who am I to, right? Like all of that type of stuff. If that's the energy that you're in, then you're going to experience an environment, a reality where you are or do feel like an imposter, right? Where people treat you that way, like you literally will manifest that into your life. But again, there's this energy. I did say that I felt like this could potentially be, it could be like your family as well, right? Like it doesn't have to be your family blood family, but it could be. And I feel like this is kind of showing up to say, yeah, this could be that with the grandmothers, because it's like there may be healing that needs to be done on your, like down your mother line, perhaps, right? Going back to even your grandmother's past. Um, I do feel like you may be healing for them. But again, there is this energy of perspective and trusting things. And I would say that if there are certain people who are in your life right now, Cancer, for a very good reason. And to be honest with you, it doesn't feel like it's a small amount of people. Like it feels like there are quite a few connections within your reality currently that are part of lessons, expansion, opening up, like all of these different plans that you've made, right? Like, oh, I want to experience this. Oh, like I need this. Oh, I want to do this. Like, and I feel like there's a few people in your life, like a good handful. Like it doesn't look like just one person. I feel like there's people that you are learning from, a lot of them. And you know what's interesting to me? I'm being brought back to that like divine masculine, divine feminine energy I was picking up on in the beginning, because it feels to me like, oh, I really want to learn more about this, and this person can help me do that. But like, where do I make the time to do that and to do this thing that I want to learn from this person, and to spend time with this person and to do this and that? Like, it feels like there's a lot of different sides of you that are being pulled in a lot of different directions. And I feel like some of it is because you may be thinking or kind of have this bit of imbalance, if you will, where sometimes you're thinking in like a feminine energy and sometimes you're thinking in a masculine energy. And so sometimes you feel like emotional about things and other times you feel really logical about things, and you're like, like I want to know everything. And I feel like there's kind of an energy to like, hey, chill out. Chill out. Like, step back a little bit. You're safe. Everything's fine right now. Let's gain some perspective on this and trust what's taking place, right? So, like, let's see, what else do we have here? Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So, it's kind of this energy of working without rewards, like being distracted, not obtaining reward. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it feels to me like all of the I don't know how to okay, here's the thing. I feel like there are some of you that are distracted from what's really going on, Right, and it could be your wounding, your trauma, maybe you're buying things that are not yours, right? I don't know why I'm getting that, but it's almost this energy of like not trauma or anything that you've picked up in the past, but like I don't know, maybe you watched a reading or maybe you watched some life coach or I don't know, some sort of something. And they were like, hey, this is the thing. And you're like, yes, that's the thing. But that thing maybe doesn't really apply to you. So you're like putting in the work of that thing without it being your thing. So you're not getting a reward for it. Does that make sense? That's really fucking fascinating to me. I don't know where that's coming from, but it's kind of this energy of and I kind of went through a little bit of this when I first started awakening, like really awakening, where I would watch, you know, this reader and that channeler and this reader and that channel and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's definitely for sure. That's for sure my thing. Like this is what I should be doing. Oh, let me start to implement this into my reality." And then I slowly started picking almost like what's the word? Instinctively started like picking through the different things. It's like, oh, this is more my thing. This isn't. This is more my thing. This isn't. Right. And then when I started to get to the real me, not just all the stuff that I was taking on as my own, that is when I started to see things like change. Right. When I started to pick out, like, oh, this resonated with me so much, it brought me to tears. This resonated with me so much that you know, I had this big healing experience or big spiritual experience or whatever the story is, right? It's your thing. But it feels to me like there's been this energy of like you may have distracted yourself because it feels like you're like trying to find answers to things, but it's not coming from within. Right? It's like I'm finding the answers outside of myself where some of those things can be like a seed or just like a gateway, right? Like an opening, a door opening. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's yours to pick up fully. Right? And I feel like there have been some things that you may have picked up that were not meant to be picked up by you fully and you've kind of bought them. Yeah, you bought them as your own. And I feel like the reason that you may have done that is because it's a fear that you're like avoiding, like you're distracting yourself from the actual thing. And that could be for a very specific group of you because I don't feel like everybody will know what I'm talking about. I feel like some of you are looking at this right now like, what the frick is she saying? But for others of you, I feel like you're like, oh crap. Right? Like tarot cards just called me out. So, your angels would like to share with you guidance around spiritual abundance. Thank you, angels, for blessing me with infinite abundance. I feel like this is also that accessing the divine within, like, hey, I am worthy of these things. I'm worthy of abundance. So thank you, angels, for, blessing me with that abundance. Like, I feel like this is a time for you to really look around and take a kind of an inventory, Cancer, of things that are actually going pretty well in your life. I feel like and I don't mean that in the sense of like your car or your house or job or whatever, though that could apply to some of you. I feel like it's more this how well or how you feel about yourself, like how that's been going. Because I feel like for a good chunk of you, there has been this incredible blessing of abundance in the sense of how you feel about yourself and feeling better about yourself and feeling like you know yourself more. Like there's been this abundance of realization about yourself. And I feel like it's huge. So I feel like there's this need to kind of look around and say, wow, like I really have come a long way. I really have changed a lot. I really learned a lot. Like there really is a lot of abundance that's been coming in, just not maybe in the forms that I thought it would. Take it as it resonates with you. You also have spirit animal. Thank you, Animal Kingdom, for blessing my path with love. I feel like for a lot of you, you see the same animals like repeated often, or that they show up in your life often. And I don't mean this in the sense of like you live next door to a zoo and so you see the giraffes every day. That's not what I'm talking about, right? Like maybe you're driving or you go to this place and you see, I don't know, a swan. And then you go to, you're like driving home from work and you see a swan. And then you're watching TV and you see a swan. And then you go to sleep and you dream about a swan and you're like, what the crap, right? I feel like for some of you, you do see an abundance. The Lord's like, hey, don't forget, this is also something. That's funny. I feel like you see an abundance of a certain spirit animal. And I feel like if this applies to you, if this resonates with you, they're guiding you. Like, look that crap up, look it up on Google, whatever, and take what resonates with you, because I feel like there's a message there for you. And I feel like your angels want you to know that. And I do feel like I feel like it's in regards to your healing for some of you. Yeah, it feels like there's something there about maybe what you're healing, to like pinpoint that a little bit more if I didn't hit the mark here. You have the divine physician, Archangel Raphael. Thank you, Raphael, for shining your divine light upon my healthy body. It's interesting because I feel like this is coming in regards to this 10 of Wands, because that 10 of Wands in the reverse is, it is that energy of like being burnt out and stressed and unable to, or unwilling, pardon me, to delegate to different people. So you're like running yourself into the ground and it's like, I don't think we should do that. Like, let's not stress ourselves out. Let's just kind of go with it, right? Like, trust the process. I feel like some of you have taken on too much, whether that's in your home environment, your work environment, whatever it is, your family environment. I don't know how this applies to you. I feel like it's different for several people, but I feel like you've taken on too much. And there's this energy here of like, hey, you have to take care of yourself. Also, this is important. Like, you need to do this. Also, like, there needs to, again, it's about that balance, I feel, right? Between being that kind of masculine energy where it's like, I can do all the things, versus that feminine energy that's like, yeah, but I just need to like let this part go and like go wash my face or something. I don't know. I feel like this is an important month for you to take care of your body, which it makes a lot of sense. I mean, numerologically, I cannot say that word to save my life. As far as the numerology is concerned for this month, it is an energy of taking care of your physical body. And I've had this energy showing up of like the body being important in several of my membership, readings. So I feel like the same rules apply, right? We also have here peace and harmony, Archangel Raguel. Thank you, Raguel, for surrounding my life in a harmonious light. It's interesting here. I know we are talking about angels, but we have this energy of light coming in. And I find that fascinating because you do have this I am presence with light body activation showing up. So I don't think that that's an accident. Okay. And it's, you know, you have, I know it's an angel deck and everything, but like you have specific angels showing up with this angelic frequency card. So I just feel like that's just an additional message for you to say, like, the angels are very much with you. I feel like, yeah, you know, I feel like if you feel like imbalanced and if you feel like, oh my gosh, like I just cannot find peace right now, like maybe you're up at night or something, I don't know. I feel like you could call on Archangel Raguel, and I feel like you could say, you know, thank you, Raguel, for surrounding my life in a harmonious light. Thank you for helping me to sleep. Thank you for helping to quiet my mind. Thank you for bringing peace and harmony. I feel like it might help. If it does, leave something in the comments. I would love to know if it helps. You also have here spiritual gifts, Archangel Raziel. Thank you, Raziel, for helping me channel my gifts and talents. You know, that's interesting because I was like talking about, oh, who am I to have a like do tarot for people, right? Who am I to channel or whatever? And I feel like this is similar. Like there's something here, some kind of spiritual something that I feel is calling to you. Um, some sort of healer something, right? And I feel like you know that you have some kind of something going on. Some kind of gift, some kind of clairvoyance, some kind of clairaudience, some kind of gift, spiritual gift that I feel like if it hasn't already been present in your life, I feel like it has kicked up a notch, and for whatever reason, I feel like this is especially what is the word, please? This applies especially for those who are of feminine energy more dominantly than masculine. Okay? Like I just feel like it's like, oh my gosh, I feel all the things. I feel all the things. Like yeah, your like empathic nature, like your ability to pick up on the emotions of other people and to experience them and to possibly even holding on to them. Like I just feel like, oh my gosh, I feel all the things, which is kind of how I feel when I go to the grocery store, and that's why I just stay home. Right? Unless I feel like I'm good. You also have here transformation. Yes. Archangel Zadkiel. Thank you, Zadkiel, for supporting me to transform from my past challenges. Yeah, again, I feel like you have remember your roots, right? And I feel like, again, there's something that's being healed here around this, like, who am I to? And like running from people, like not wanting to stay in a place long enough. It's really weird. Maybe some of you have like heavy Sagittarius in your chart or something, but I'm really getting that kind of like transient energy where it's like, oh, like I really like it here or whatever, or you get there and you're like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do, and then it's like 6 months and you're like, nah, I'm out, peace. Like I just feel like when you start to get close to people, you start to feel uncomfortable, and the discomfort makes you feel like you have to move or leave or something. And then, but like, that's not really what's supposed to be happening. Like, it's triggering you to grow you, like, it's trying to show you so you can see it. And I feel like this is a big, like I was saying, like a big transformative space in your life. And I feel like the people that are around you for a reason. I feel like they're teaching you things. And I feel like there's a lot of people who are teaching you or showing you or helping you to accept you for you, to love you for you, to appreciate you for you. Like, hey, you don't need to do all the things. Like, I like you just because. And this goes for like platonic friends, romantic people, your soul tribe or family or whatever. Like, it's like, I like you just because. Like, you don't have to do anything special, really. Like, just be you, be authentic, be honest, right? That's it. The bottom of the deck here, we have inner earth, base chakra. Yeah, roots, your roots. Remember your roots, right? Strength and security, laying foundations. Again, this is big change for like you at the root level. I feel like you've been going through it. And I feel like this is because you're going through this transformative state where you're learning how to get in touch with your own divinity and access that divinity within you, trusting things that are happening. Following your intuition, knowing that you're safe, right? I feel like this is something that is helping you to lay foundations for the new, right? For you to move into the remainder of the year with this confidence, with this, I don't want to say authority because it's not authority, but it just feels like the I am presence. Boom. Thank you. Mic drop. Yeah, you have here too the Holy Grail. Stop the endless searching. What was I saying? I was saying that it felt to me like you're like seeking like help outside of self and like, oh, I'm going to do that. Oh yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. This is true for me, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, stop searching for all the things outside of yourself. Like inner quest. This is an inner job. This is something that only you can discover about you within you, right? The thing like, yeah. I feel like there's this need for you to get quiet with you, right? Like, I'm not going to seek the answers because it's almost like you're chasing the answers and the answers are running. It's like if you will just relax, like the things will come in. You'll be like, oh, huh, that's right. There it is. Take it as it resonates with you, but that is what I'm picking up. At the bottom of the tarot is the Two of Swords in reverse, and this is like indecision. What's the lesser of two evils? Like, I'm just gonna sit here and wait a minute. Right? Like, here's the thing though. I feel like there's been this stalemate because I feel like you're refusing to see the things and you're distracting yourself from the real things by like looking into all these different modalities. Like, oh yes, this person said I should meditate sideways with one hand in the air. That's definitely what I'm going to do. Now, I'm not making fun of you if that's what you do. I don't care. I really don't. I don't care. Right? But it's the energy of like, oh, this person said it, so it must be true. Whereas it's like, if you look within yourself, it's like, do I really need to meditate with one hand in the air? That might work for some people, but not me. Right? I feel like you know the things. You know the things. You know what's been keeping you stalled. I feel like there's some part of you that's like, am I just doing this because? Okay? And what's really fascinating about that is you also have the inner voice. Thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice. Again, there's this message like to listen to yourself, to get quiet with you and allow you to come through and allow you to guide you, right? Finding your truth, remembering your roots, gaining that perspective from your truth, not from what you've bought and sold as your truth. Right? So I feel like this is a really big month for you, Cancer. I feel like, and I feel like it's been a lot of really big months for you recently with the readings I've been doing. So, you know, I feel like you're just on this steady progression of things that bring you opportunity to grow and expand. And I feel like if you take advantage of them this year, the end of the year, or this time next year, things may look very, very different. Because there's potential for a lot of healing here, a lot of deep seated or deep rooted healing. And I feel like once those things are healed, like other things can start to transform rather quickly. Take it as it resonates, right? I really do hope that something here resonated with you or was valuable for you in some way, shape, or form. If it was, please do the YouTube things by liking, sharing, and or subscribing. It really does help the channel grow and helps to let YouTube know that this content is valuable. Okay, so thank you for that. I truly do appreciate you for sharing your time and your energy with me. I am truly so very grateful. So thank you for being here. I want to wish you an incredible, incredible month full of love, beauty, abundance, and blessings. Take care of your beautiful, beautiful soul, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.